What do you do when someone you love depends on cannabis? Do you fight with them or do you beg them to stop or stay quiet because nothing seems to work? See, cannabis addiction is tricky. It doesn't make people stumble like alcohol, and from the outside, they look calm, relaxed, harmless, but inside, their brain is getting hijacked. They start needing it just to feel okay. And when you shame or scold them, it doesn't pull them out, it pushes them deeper in. Now, how do you help them recover from cannabis? And how do you reach them without losing them? Hi, I'm Gayatri Arvind, founder of Abasa Rehab and Wellness. We offer residential rehabilitation for people struggling with addiction, mental health disorders, eating disorders, and chronic conditions. Over the past 6 years, we have helped over thousands of people reclaim their lives through personalized care. Through this channel, we share practical wisdom to empower your mental health. From outside, cannabis addiction might look simple like just quit smoking, but it's not that really simple. To really help someone struggling with cannabis as a caregiver, first you need to understand what's actually happening inside them. So here are 3 steps that can help you support them without pushing them away. Step 1. Understand why they use it. Let's be honest, nobody wakes up thinking, I want to get addicted. Most people try cannabis just to feel a little better, maybe out of curiosity or someone said that it helps. But what will happen in their brain is the brain learns. When I take cannabis, I feel better, and slowly that becomes a pattern. So now, anytime they feel emotionally overwhelmed, like stress, anger, pain, when there is too much going on inside, the brain remembers. This is the part where I go take cannabis, because in those moments of emotional overload, cannabis feels like the one thing that makes everything quiet for a while. Now, when you scold them or shame them, you are unknowingly adding to that emotional overload. And their brain, which is already trained by habit, runs straight back to the cannabis for relief. That's why I always say scolding or shaming them doesn't pull them out of cannabis addiction. It pushes them deeper inside it. Step 2. Understand why quitting feels impossible. Usually, family get frustrated about one thing. They may be asking if they know it's harmful and why don't they stop it, or has it become really more important than us? But the truth is, it's not entirely their choice anymore, because cannabis has structurally and functionally changed their brain. There is a neurotransmitter called dopamine in our brain. Dopamine is a chemical that is responsible for motivation, drive, and pleasure. You, me, everyone has a baseline level of dopamine. That is, the amount your brain naturally maintains to help you feel joy from simple things like food, music, conversations, or finishing a small task. Now, when your loved one starts using cannabis, it floods their brain with a big spike of dopamine far beyond what normal life gives. And when their brain experiences this intense dopamine spike again and again from cannabis, it slowly stops responding with the same excitement. With cannabis, the pattern is subtle but powerful. At first, a small amount might be enough to create that sense of calm or relief, but over time, the same amount doesn't feel as strong. So either the frequency increases, like how often they smoke, or the type of cannabis used becomes stronger. Sometimes it's both. This repeated stimulation leads to something called dopamine resistance. And over time, their brain becomes less sensitive to pleasure. The same things that used to bring joy, like food, family, laughter, nature, will feel dull or flat. So someone who is addicted, it's not even chasing the high anymore. They are smoking just to feel normal, because they have reached a stage where without cannabis, everything feels empty, slow, and meaningless. That's why quitting feels impossible. They are not choosing cannabis over you. They have forgotten how to feel okay without it. So understanding this doesn't mean giving up on them. It means you finally see what they are truly fighting inside. And that's where real healing starts. Step 3. Understand what real recovery means. Most people think recovery simply means quitting cannabis, but that's just the first step of recovery. See, addiction is the final stage of a long journey, By the time someone reaches this stage, damage has already happened, like biologically, psychologically, and socially. Real recovery means healing all those layers. It means unfolding the brain changes, rebuilding emotional strength, and relearning how to live without cannabis. The first stage is withdrawal. Once they stop using, their brain will react. There may be cravings, irritability, mood swings, even physical symptoms because the body is detoxing. The brain is actually panicking without its usual support. And to tackle all these, they need structure, therapy, new coping strategies, peer support, nutritional care, social reintegration, and a safe space to unlearn the old patterns. This is why tackling addiction needs professional help. They will actually understand the person, the addiction, and help them recover. At Abasa, we do personalized recovery for people struggling with cannabis addiction. And having witnessed over 1,500 transformations at Abasa, I can confidently say this: recovery is possible, and you can save your loved ones from cannabis addiction. Don't worry, take the first step confidently.